It is the WAVE, 97.9 WHAV, 7:53. In the studio is Mike McGonagle. And Mike, good morning to you. Thanks for joining me today.
Good morning, Wynn. Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you here. Mike is a candidate for Haverhill City Council Ward 6 for re-election. And time's a little tight, Mike, so why don't you, so we ask that you keep the answer somewhat short. And how long have you lived in Haverhill?
I have lived in Haverhill all except 3 years when I was in the Navy. That's so I'm 67, so 64, Wynn.
All right. And your day job?
My day job, I have a real estate company, own a couple of business, one in Haverhill, one in Maine.
And in one sentence, why do you want to serve on the city council?
Well, this would be my 9th term, and I've done a lot of good things, I believe, and I'd like to continue working for the people of Haverhill.
All right. Now, there's a perception in some quarters that Haverhill is building too much housing, putting too much stress on water, sewer, schools, and public works. And the other side argues the laws of supply and demand suggest building more units will eventually bring housing costs to more reasonable levels. So no more than a couple of sentences. Who's correct?
I think there is merit on both sides of the argument. How's that for a political answer? I believe that if we build more, we get more tax revenue. You increase your tax base. If we plan to intelligently, and I think we have in the years previous, planned for more water. Schools are always tough. It's always tough to stay up with that demand, but we have implemented that. We have a few schools that are being considered by the state to be redone. So I think we've positioned ourselves in a good spot at this time.
All right. So, well, in any event, affordability of housing is a major issue in Haverhill, as it is across the country. And what can the city council do to promote more affordable housing?
Again, I believe you have to work with the state. I know budget is tough for every state in the whole country at this point, but we need to work with the state to try to get as many dollars as we can. We passed a nice project last night at the city council meeting of 4 units in a place where there was a rundown garage over in the Bradford area. That's the type of development that we need so people can have home ownership and the American dream.
Looking to transparency, the death of Francis Gigliotti while in police custody and the death of Officer Caitlin Telly have left the public looking for answers, especially in light of charges at the top of the police, or the changes at the top of the police department. Do you think the public has a right to know more, and how quickly, and what types of information do you think is properly withheld?
I do believe that the public deserves to know, the families deserve to know, the reputation of the Haverhill Police Department needs to be cleared if there is a cloud hanging over it. And I believe that's what the mayor has done by making these changes at the top. I do have faith. We just brought in the second in command last night. Megan Perry was introduced to the council last night, and I think no one got up in that morning as a police officer to do harm to Mr. Gigliotti and the poor officer who passed away. That's tragic, and we need to understand the facts surrounding that.
Many residents complain about a sharp rise in property taxes, and keeping in mind such factors as inflation and voter-approved debt exclusions to pay for new schools, do you believe, and pick one, residential property taxes are A, too high, B, too low, or C, about right?
About right. And if you want an explanation, I can go there. I just think Haverhill is one of the most affordable towns, cities in the Merrimack Valley. With all we have to offer, we're a good place to be.
And while the city council has little power to change city spending line items under Haverhill's strong mayor form of government, it can make cuts in almost any area. And assuming there is no waste, fraud, or abuse, what specific departments, if any, would be your top candidates for cuts?
I guess the budget is pretty substantial, over $200 million. And you have to look at line item by line item. I couldn't just tell you, hey, this is something we're going to cut. The former mayor used to love his tree line item every year over year. And if we needed to shave something to try to get a little extra money somewhere else, we would use that tree stipend, if you would, to move some money around.
All right. Mike, is there anything else you'd like to add? How people can find you? And
Sure. Before I do that, I would like to take this opportunity to plug the Veterans Alliance election fundraiser, which will be held this Sunday at the AMVETS on Primrose Street. This Veterans Alliance was put together. I actually founded that in 2017 to help pay for all the veterans groups that used to go out on the streets and put boots out for money and try to collect money wherever they could. We put this together so that we could have the funds for the monuments, for the good works that they do within the area for veterans and veteran housing. So 9 to 11, Primrose Street, AMVETS, this coming Sunday, 9 to 11.
all right. And website, Facebook, anything
Mike
like that?
McGonagle or elect Mike McGonagle on Facebook is how you'll find me. And you can find me. I'll be out Tuesday looking for votes. So please consider me on November 4th. Thank you.
All right. Mike McGonagle, candidate for Ward 6, Haverhill City Council, our guest this morning, right here on the Wave 97.9 WHAV. It is the Wave 97.9 WHAV. Hey, good morning. It's Wind for Breakfast, and we have a guest in the studio. It is Oliver Aguilo. And Oliver, I'm sorry, I've been mispronouncing your name all this time.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. So Oliver is a candidate for Haverhill City Council Ward 6. And we'd like to just ask you a few questions. And time is tight, so please try to keep the answers somewhat short. We'll ask, how long have you lived in Haverhill?
Thank you. First, thank you very much for the invitation, and good morning to everybody who's listening to the radio station right now. I'm living in the city for about 20 years.
All right, and what's your day job?
I'm a city engineer for the city of Lawrence. I'm a civil engineer.
Okay. In one sentence, why do you want to serve on city council?
I never think that I'm going to have a political career. I just got mad at the city about 3 years ago because I seen like the Ward 6, it haven't been addressed in the right way. Especially, I live on 12th Ave, right next to the park, and that park is insane. It's like a lot of people used to tell me that it used to be a nice park back in the days, but now it's like insane, the condition of the park. I'm a father of 3 kids, and I bought the house because that. After that, I realized, like, as a city engineer, I noticed a lot of things like really bad on the city and need to be addressed in the right way. That's what I'm running for.
There's a perception in some quarters that Haverhill's building too much housing, putting too much stress on water and sewer, schools, and public works. And the other side argues that the laws of supply and demand suggest building more units will eventually bring housing costs to more reasonable levels. So in no more than a couple of sentences, who's correct?
Well, I think it's a hard question because probably both are correct. And definitely the city is growing. We need more houses. A lot of people want it. A lot of people don't want it, right? You want to keep your neighbors like quiet and nice to live. Safe street for kids playing around. As soon as you got more houses, you're gonna have like more traffic. You're gonna start facing like cloudy traffic, delaying time to go home. And but I think if the city's growing, we need to grow with the city. If we're gonna build more houses, we're gonna make sure that we have enough water for everyone. We have like a better, no really better school system, but we need more school because more people's gonna be living in the city. And I think, they both they're both correct. Like, yeah, it's a tough question, but like I say, we have to grow with the city.
Well, in any event, affordability of housing is a major issue in Haverhill, as it is across the country. And what can the city council do to promote more affordable housing?
Oof. Is another tough question for the city council, because the government is pushing for more houses. That's why they had the new law for the ADA, affordable dwelling unit, and there's a lot of people now building houses right next to, kind of like a low or small houses right next to it, because they want to build more houses. But at the same time, I think if we have more houses in here, probably prices is gonna go down, and it's gonna be easy for people to get house.
Looking at to transparency, the death of Francis Gigliotti while in police custody and the death of Officer Caitlin Tully, they've left the public looking for answers, especially in light of changes at the top of the police department. Do you think the public has a right to know more, and how quickly, and what types of information do you think is properly withheld?
I think the police need to. They have the right to know everything what's going on. The only thing that I think the police department have to cover if any information related to the investigation. If it's gonna interfere with the investigation, it gotta be like private. Other than that, it have to be public to every resident.
Now, many residents complain about a sharp rise in property taxes. Keeping in mind such factors as inflation and voter-approved debt exclusions to pay for new schools, do you believe, and you can pick one, that the residential property taxes are too high or too low or just right?
I agreed on that. I think it was too high. I think we should have a plan for a few years. As a city engineer, when I'm planning something, I don't plan it for 2 days, for 3 days. I plan it for 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years. And just push a button trying to get money as soon as possible. I don't think it's good. You can increase the taxes slowly, right? Year by year, and you can plan. But not like, it hurt me. The increases, it hurt me a lot. I was like mad at house. I said, damn, there's a lot of money for me. And there's a lot of families struggling right now. It's a bad situation right now. Economically, a lot of people struggling. And I'm one of those person like having trouble with the with the economy.
All right, we have time for another question. While the city council has little power to change city spending line items under Haverhill's strong mayor form of government, it can make cuts in almost any area, assuming that there's no waste, fraud, or abuse. What specific departments, if any, would be your top candidates for cuts?
Oh, right now, I don't really have an answer for that question right now. Yeah.
All right. Haverhill's currently taxing a property below the allowable levy limit. And would you support raising taxes to the full levy limit to pay for needed items?
Oof. Yeah, I will say yeah. I will say. Because sometimes we have to do it. Sometimes not. It depends. It depends on the plans. It's really hard to just have an answer right now when you don't really know what's going on, or you don't really know why they're doing that for. Yeah, but I will say, like, yeah, if we need it, we'll do it.
All right. Well, Oliver, thank you very much. If people want more information about you, where can they find that?
I don't really have like a website because it costs money, and I'm running short on my political account. But if you want to know something about me, the best way is just give me a call, 978 641-8840. Or you can go to a Facebook page, Oliver Aguilo, and you can find information about me.
All right. So, Oliver, thank you so much. Oliver Aguilo.
Oliver Aguilo.
Okay.
One more thing before the end. I want to just tell the people I am the only candidate on Ward 6 who actually live on the city. Thank you very much.
All right. Oliver Aguilo, Ward 6 candidate for Haverhill City Council. Our guest this morning on The Wave, 97.9 WHAV.
Wake up with Win Damon weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on 97.9 FM WHAV.